Well, hello everyone. I broke stuff. I definitely broke stuff. So I was picking up a complete mix mash of different stuff. It's a mixed load. It's not pretty. And I had to load it from the side of a road, out of a driveway, from a bridge construction site. So I had to move forward and backwards, move forward, backwards, wherever the forklift driver wanted me, drive a little further forward, drive a little back up again, put it over there, and max out my weights that way. And it's everything from bagged concrete to 2x6s to scaffolding bars and big huge tubs. Big water tanks, stacks of pallets. It's just a mix mash of everything. But while he was loading, he came and told me to pull the truck forward. And as a rule, it's a good idea to go make sure you clear your vehicle before pulling forward. Make sure there's no obstacles. But I'd been moving back and forth several times and lapse of judgment there. And I did not clear my truck. And he still had, the truck was kind of parked so I couldn't see the right-hand side of the truck, but he still had his forks slightly into the trailer, as in they were between the bridge. They had the forks between the bridge, and when I pulled forward, those forks were like a butter knife through those concrete bags. Completely destroying the tarp and the concrete bags. Beautiful, nice tarp, destroyed. Concrete bags, apparently $600 each, destroyed. But look at this narrow highway. Freaking sketchy, that's what it is. I remember the first time I took this going the opposite direction, it's even sketchier. It is a narrow road and you got cliffs just straight down, and there's some sections that give you definitely a pucker. This is Highway 6 going from pretty much Thrums, BC, and then I'm gonna keep going straight north to Revelstoke, which changes to Highway 23, I think. So this is a highway that a lot of the chip trucks take between Vernon and Castlegar. There's a huge lake on my left-hand side, which you guys cannot see, but it is just beautiful, like a dark green. It took 4 hours and 13 minutes to load. So other than me destroying stuff, it's a beautiful day. Just such a gorgeous drive. And I'll drive all the way to Revelstoke, and then I'll take Highway 1 from Revelstoke to Cache Creek. And then from Cache Creek I'll head north to Prince George. I think that's Highway 97, right? Not sure. Is that Highway 97? Could be wrong. Whatever highway goes from Cache Creek to Prince George, I'm going to take that all the way north. 60. I'm trying to speed up, not slow down. Man, there's construction everywhere. then because there was no cell service, I was getting all these messages from dispatch. It's like, did you make sure you had the load time signed? Of course, those messages came too late. I was long gone by the time those messages came through. So if I had not, there would be no signature. We never get those signed because they're usually just in and out. But since it took 4 hours and 13 minutes, I took the liberty of getting that signed. I'm glad I did because they wanted it signed. Well, it looks like hydro work. Let's see if they want us to stop here or not. And then ETA, and apparently they have to arrange a crane to unload. I took a picture of my load. In my humble opinion, they do not need a crane to unload. A large forklift would be just fine. There's only one big blue tub that's the width of the semi-trailer, but it's a light tub, so they loaded it with like a telehandler or a zoom boom or whatever you call it. So they've got one crane that's holding up the power line. It's just temporarily, they've moved the power lines to that crane. And then one is installing the new power line pole, and the other one is a bucket for the people to work on. Dispatch also would like to have, did I just talk about that? Needs an ETA for the crane? Well, I don't know my ETA right now. I told them my best guess is between 1 and 2 p.m. tomorrow, but that all depends on the ferry. If I can get on that ferry lickety-split to cross this lake, then I could be there earlier than that. And of course, if there's too much construction, I'll be there later than that. What a beautiful drive. I love this highway. I know yesterday I was telling Jess that if she was with me, I would have taken this highway to Eastport from Armstrong. I get to take the highway anyway. I'm glad I got unloaded yesterday, or else I would have been taking even longer to load today. Bit of a tricky load to strap down too, so I'll pull over here and there and do a load secure and make sure the straps are staying. I did it once already. Legally I have to do it at 80 kilometers and then 140 kilometers after that, or every 3 hours, whichever comes first. But usually we're driving at highway speed and the kilometers come before 3 hours. I think I'll do is when we approach the ferry, I've never taken the ferry or with a semi. I've never taken this road with a semi before to a certain point. I think it's called Nicusp. I've taken from Nicusp, we've gone east, but I'm going to go from Nicusp north, so I've never taken that highway with a big rig before, so I've never crossed the ferry with a rig before, so I'm not sure what time the ferries are crossing either. I think it's every half hour. So if I just miss it, it could be a whole hour delay at the ferry. think I'll shoot some videos with me on the ferry. Kind of cool, I think. I always like ferries. And I'm definitely not doing speed limit here because I don't know this road very well, so I'd rather drive safe than overdrive the corners. And the load isn't top heavy or anything. Not a 50. Seen lots of motorcycles on this highway too. When I have my motorcycle license, I will take this highway with motorcycle. Be just a fun highway to drive. I guess it would be ride on a motorcycle. Well, anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. Then I'll shoot a couple of extra videos. At least one more video today. Till later, hit the thumbs up.